Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Over the weekend, week 0 of college football happened. And the big game for us, I guess, was Nebraska-Northwestern. Because, Keith's a big Northwestern fan.
Well, and
I mean Nebraska. He's a big Nebraska fan.
And it was, it was played in Ireland.
Yeah.
That's what college football is.
Yeah.
Dublin,
it's all
right?
about playing football in Dublin.
Did you catch any of the game?
I did not. Did you?
I switched it on, and the game was already on, so I didn't catch the beginning of what kind of stadium they were in or whatever. So I was just like, all right, I'm done.
Oh, you didn't watch?
I kept up with it because I was watching the KSI YouTube influencer boxing match going on in London, and for most of the afternoon, and I kept up with the Nebraska game, and at one point they were ahead by 3, and I was like, "Ooh, they're probably going to lose,"
and they did.
And they did.
I think they were up by 14
at one point.
Yeah. I think they were up by 2 touchdowns. They lost 31-28. That sucks.
That sucks big time.
Why can't they get,
I don't know.
Why can't they get any traction there?
I don't know. And Northwestern is always one of those teams that's,
they're okay.
Good.
Yeah,
they're
all
always
right.
good.
Mm-hmm.
But Nebraska should be beating Northwestern.
Yes.
I don't care if you're playing in Dublin
or
Dubuque.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. You should be beating Northwestern if you're Nebraska. But they didn't. And coming up this weekend, Missouri opened their season, right? Everybody does.
Everybody does,
now. Yeah. Who are they playing?
I'll forget. Some
crappy little school of the blind.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's check it out because that's always fun to see.
I forget. We talked about it last week too. I forget who it was because I was saying that as I went through the Missouri schedule, I'm thinking, man, I'm going to be happy with six wins.
Yeah. This should be a win. Louisiana Tech.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If they can't beat Louisiana Tech, they should retire from football.
Yes, just absolutely.
Yeah. We're just done now. Okay, bye-bye.
We're closing up shop. We're out of the SEC. It opens up a spot in the SEC.
Yeah. Where BYU could just jump right in.
Jump right in.
The Cougars open up with South Florida in Tampa.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Raymond James. That'd be a great game. I'd love to go to that game, actually. It'd be fun.
I would, too. So after Louisiana Tech, you got Kansas State.
Yeah, that should be a win.
Then
that's a Big 12.
Abilene Christian
should be a win.
You should be
3-0.
Mm-hmm. Then you got Auburn 3-1, Georgia 3-2, Florida 3-3.
Georgia. Yeah, we might. We usually fight pretty good against Florida. Okay, 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3. That's how I have
We're back to 500.
You beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
We have a tough time with Vanderbilt all the time.
5-3 after South Carolina.
Okay.
Probably lose to Kentucky. That's 5-4. Probably lose to Tennessee. That's 5-5. Beat New Mexico State. You would hope.
We would hope
6-5, and then lose to Arkansas at the end of the year. 6-6.
Oof. Yeah, so we've got a bowl game.
You get a bowl game.
A bowl game.
Yeah,
we're good.
That's great. It's a great season for Missouri.
We win a couple. We shouldn't. We walk away with 8 wins. Maybe that'd be a good season.
Yes, that wouldn't be bad. All right, 888-900-3393. Everybody's been talking about on these weather sites what a quiet hurricane storm season it's been. We didn't have a single, well, at least so far, we haven't had a single named storm in August. And they're saying that Danielle, Earl, and Fiona are on their way.
Yeah, we're picking up the pace now, right?
Yep. There are signs that the season may come alive, maybe disrupting Labor Day weekend. I hope not. The next 3 available names on this year's list of tropical storms and hurricanes may not be used this month, which would mark only the 3rd time since 1960 without a single named storm in August.
Huh.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? With more frequent, more intense hurricanes than we've ever seen. Due to climate change, but increasing activity bubbling up in the Atlantic Basin, which includes the ocean of that name, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, suggests this unusual pattern may be about to end as hurricane season approaches its apex in September. Weather forecasters keeping tabs on 3 systems that could develop into storms as early as Wednesday, final day of the month, and we'll have a better idea of whether one of them could impact the U.S. shortly after that. So, there you go.
Okay.
We'll see.
Bring it.
I don't like to dare the hurricanes like that. Because that turns out badly.
It usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it usually does. I've been through a number of them. They're not fun.
They're really not.
They're not fun at all.
Which is why when we came back from New York, we didn't go back to Houston because hurricanes, for one thing. Humidity and hurricanes. Didn't want to be bothered by either of those.
Right. I mean, at least here, we feel it sometimes.
Yeah, the humidity
and the hurricanes. I mean, we feel
the rain from it.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And you get the remnants and the tail end of it, and some of the outer bands.
But it's not like being there.
No, it is not. Not even.
It's not like being on the coast.
No.
Being on the coast with a hurricane is really frightening, and it happens time after time after time after time. I mean, you experienced this when you were in Florida.
Absolutely,
With
over
4
and over
or 5
again.
storms in a row.
And plus, the one thing about Florida, so many storms come up through the Gulf that it affects the coast, even if it doesn't hit you. You're getting some of the outer bands. I will say that when a hurricane goes into the Gulf and then passes Tampa Bay, that's a great time to go to the beach, man, because everything it's a little wavy.
Mm-hmm.
All the humidity is gone. The air is nice, and
does it blow the humidity out?
And the hurricane is impacting up north, and you're just fine. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I mean, there are three cities in the world that I've experienced the worst humidity: Houston, Tampa, and Orlando.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst cities, at least that I've ever experienced. New York gets it once in a while, and they think they got it so bad. Oh, try every stinking
day. Every day you open up that door and it slams you right in the face.
So
every
awful.
Day. It sure does.
And you get a little relief. It's called January 4th. And that's the day when there's no humidity.
My gosh.
Yeah.
It's almost like you live there.
And then it's right back again.
It sure is.
So, yeah.
You just live with it. It's just there.
It's hideous. Horrific. Scientific American magazine claims Western culture made up the 2-gender system. Yeah, they made that up. Scientific American? Wow. That was, at one point, a fairly respected magazine, right? But the claims were a part of a Twitter thread attempting to recast the binary sexual identities in order to fit the transgender agenda. Before the 18th century, Western science recognized only one sex, the male. That's not true. And considered the female body an inferior version of it. The shift historians call the two-sex model served mainly to reinforce gender and racial divisions by tying social status to the body.
The myth of 2 sexes.
Unbelievable. It's not just complex in the context of intersex, read a quote from medical anthropologist Karine Jean-Pierre. Our bodies are far more variable than our categories. Part of what's happened is people become slotted into this binary framework. Yeah, that's what's happened. Critics of the claim lined up on social media to cast scorn on the Science magazine. I would hope so, and make their arguments against the claim. The propaganda from once respected outlets like Science American is truly incredible. People are still free to read a book from the Middle Ages and earlier and see how blatantly false all their claims are. Idea that two-sex models serve for racial division should be stand-up comedy, according to Maxim Lott, a producer for John Stossel. The hijacking of science to parrot pure and absolute nonsense is just amazing, according to Ben Shapiro. Eric Erickson said, this isn't actually true at all. It's so sad to see this horrific destruction of the once great institutions. Yeah, I mean, over and over and over. So even Scientific American is bending over backward to try to accommodate transgenderism.
Yep.
Why? Why is this so important to placate 0.7% of the... And I'm guessing 0.7% don't want to change definitions of gender for all time and claim that there are... I'll bet there's a lot of right-thinking transgender people who understand that there are two genders.
Yes.
Two. You can count them. 1, 2. There you go. And then you're done. You don't have to go to 97 like Facebook does. But, I mean, truly pathetic. To try to claim that it was made up by Western culture. Something that is eternal and something that is, something that has been given to us by God. And they just want to change absolutely all of it.
Yes.
Anything that was traditional, anything that we believed for hundreds of years, it's all got to go. Right down the drain.
And if if you mention it or talk about it, no, it's not true. It's all. It goes back to I'm not here. It's just not true.
Right.
It's just. I mean, we find that out with they've been attacking. I realize the libs of TikTok, but they've been posting things like crazy, and they take a beating for posting what people are actually saying.
Right.
And yet they keep getting reported and or banned or at least cut off for a short period of time.
And how are you getting banned when you're only reporting what other people are saying?
That's what they're
saying. Yeah.
This last one was where they started going after them because they were saying that the one hospital provided hysterectomies for children. I know the Washington Post was attacking them for that. It said that on their website. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can say, "Hey, I'm not falsely reporting it." That's what they say.
Right.
So they just want. It goes back to Scientific American, and we're supposed to just. Oh, okay. I'm not here.
Right.
It's never happened.
It's just that incredible lie, and that the administration is so good at, and all of the left really just. Really excellent at lying, and they do it nonstop, right to our face, and they don't even really try to hide it anymore. They just blatantly blurt this stuff out, and we're supposed to say, "Oh yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, that's that's a construction. That's a construct of Western culture. Yeah, the two gender thing. That's never been a real deal." What? Where are these other genders? Okay. Where are they? Show them to me. I would love to see. If you can show them to me, then I'll go ahead and admit it that they're there. But I think you're going to be hard pressed to find other genders other than male or female. Now I guess there is the occasional hermaphrodite, right?
Okay, yeah.
I guess so. That does happen from time to time, where you get both.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But that's fairly unusual, and I don't know that we have a whole category for that. Well, hermaphrodite.
We do. I guess we do.
Yeah. So,
there, the myth of two genders. Okay,
disproved by us right here. Also, pretty exciting day today because Artemis 1. The space launch system moon rocket is going to blast off today in about a little over an hour.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to have that for you here. We are looking into making that happen. I know that on Friday we talked about it, and I couldn't believe that there were no astronauts going up, that it was unmanned.
Yeah,
and because I thought,
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I know. Well, I thought, wait, I've seen astronauts I saw pictures of astronauts. Yeah, no. Those are mannequins.
And they are going to put mannequins in it?
Yes, they're going to have 3 mannequins on Artemis 1. The one mannequin is going to test an anti-radiation vest.
Okay.
Designed by some Israeli and German engineers. And the mannequin is designed to simulate the female body called Zohar. And it will wear the vest along with the radiation sensors. The other mannequin, dubbed Helga doesn't get the vest. Helga doesn't. We're going to find out what happens to Helga without the vest.
Oh, boy.
And then they have a third mannequin dubbed Commander Munkin Campos.
Is that the fat guy seating mannequin?
I hope so. I hope so, because I haven't seen any fat guy seating. I'll tell you that. It's on their biggest rocket ever, and yet there's no fat guy seating.
I know.
Very disappointing.
Well, they showed the inside of it last week, and it looks just as uncomfortable as the Apollo missions did. If you've ever been to, like, the Smithsonian or whatever, and seen the actual...
Yeah, it looks like the seats outside the rides at Disney. I'm not fitting in that.
The lunar lander and all that. There's no room in that. Why can't you make that a little bit bigger? Just a little bit.
Just a little.
Give them a little extra leg room, maybe.
Just a little.
Jeez.
And then they're carrying these cube satellites, these lunar ice cubes that they're supposed to put on the moon. But it's 41 days of, like we said, it's 41 days, and we're just testing drone stuff. I mean, we're just flying around, see that we can fly around the moon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa, we haven't done that since, I don't know, 50 years ago. That's really, really high tech.
I know. And so if this
cutting edge stuff.
If these 41 days go good, then you're looking at, we're going to be excited about sending Artemis 2 up in 2024.
Not till 2024?
Well,
and
what do you expect we're going to send? What are you talking
like
about?
Next week? What could you do it, I don't know, next year? That's ridiculous. 2024 is the next scheduled flight?
Now, that will take 4 astronauts around the moon. Okay? So back off me with that.
There will be 4 astronauts in that one.
If Artemis 2 succeeds, 1 or 2 years after, human beings will then land on the moon again. So now you're looking at 2025 or 26.
Wow. Jeez.
For humans?
Yeah. Well, they said in articles I've been reading, 2025.
Okay, so
by 2025 they're going to land on the moon.
That's what they're hoping.
For the love of heaven, don't push that to 2026.
Well, yeah, it said it 1 or 2 years after Artemis 2, so that could be 2026.
That sucks. Come on. Get with the program.
We'll see how
get it done.
Well, we'll have to see how the mannequin Helga holds up without the vest.
Yeah. And we'll have to see how the 4 astronauts do when they. So they're just going to orbit the moon as well.
Yeah,
it'll just be a manned mission. They'll orbit the moon, come back. Yeah, we did that on Apollo 9, Apollo 10, 1967, 1968.
They're going to land a drone. They're going to land some kind of little drone on the moon this time too. I mean, they're putting those cubes on the moon.
And what does that do?
They're designed to study water distribution and interaction on the moon. And so they also have this NEA Scout, which will use a solar sail that's going to perform a flyby of a small Earth-approaching asteroid. So they're taking a look at that kind of thing. I mean, okay, so we're testing a lot of stuff that in the process perhaps we could use to save us in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if you go back to when we landed on the moon originally, you would think that by now we should have condos on the moon.
Oh,
I should be spending the weekend on the moon.
Yeah. Yep. Well, had we kept the space program going, had we kept it on track the way it should have been, not only would we have a permanent base on the moon, but we would have been to Mars already.
Yes.
A long time ago. 20, 30 years ago, we would have landed on Mars. But because everybody started hollering about how we got our own problems on this planet, Why are we going to the moon when we got our own problems on this planet? Why? There's poor people here who can't eat. Yeah, you know what? Even though we dropped the moon project, there still were poor people on this planet who needed help. So
I know
we might as well keep the space exploration going because it reaps benefits.
No question. Always has.
Something like 25,000 products that we use every day came directly or indirectly from the moonshot. You know, and we've gone through that a million times. Cell phone technology, GPS, all of that kind of stuff came from the moonshot. So how much more would we have developed trying to get to Mars? And getting to Mars would have been incredible. But no. As always, the liberals had to stop it. They had to throw a monkey wrench into it. They had to tell us that it wasn't fair and it wasn't right to people on this planet for space exploration. So, I mean, we'll probably go through it again, too. As soon as you crank the space program back up, they're going to start screaming about it again. Let me tell you about real estate agents I trust. Trying to sell your home is a challenge. That's why you need a real estate agent who's going to come in and take charge of the situation. Like if you need the house painted or they'll help you understand who it is you need to talk to. If you need to replace countertops or the stairs in the backyard, they've got a number for you. Roof repair? They know a guy. It's the kind of service you're looking for in a real estate agent. Real estate agents I trust. It's Glenn's company. And when you have the kind of agents who work with us working for you, you can rest assured that you're going to be in the hands of a capable team. Real estate agents I trust. Same goes for buying a home, by the way. When you choose your agent through Real Estate Agents I Trust, you partner yourself with a competitive winning machine. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
So I'm looking at this live feed. They're counting down this 40-minute countdown. So I don't know if that's when they're going to launch.
40 minutes? Really?
They said between 7:33 is when they were going to open the window up. 7:33 Eastern.
Oh, I thought it was 8:33 Eastern. And so 7:30 our
right.
time.
Yeah, 7:30 our time.
So we should be about an hour away from that.
Right, but this countdown clock I'm looking at now is counting down from 40-some minutes. So maybe that's the countdown clock to the countdown clock, which is very possible.
That is possible, yeah.
So
I think that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But we'll keep you posted.
I'm excited. It's a huge rocket, and it'd be fun. You know, I'm happy that we're doing it. Mm-hmm. I just, and I want it to succeed. But it just seems like, it's
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Right. And once again, we're at the is it going to be cloudy? Because I know they had big storms along the coast yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the Daytona 500 got postponed, and the race was stopped for a while because of storms, and it was so. I don't know if there's a cloud coming.
You can't launch a rocket.
No,
when there's clouds in the sky.
No, you can't.
You can't do it.
You can't. It's not. I mean, we're not ready for space travel prime time until I can get in and go. I'm sorry, no.
It is kind of true. Yeah, we should be able to handle a cloud.
Yeah.
A cloud should not stop us. Even rain shouldn't stop.
I know.
Stop the Starship Enterprise? No.
No, it did not.
No, it didn't. So, did you see Game of Thrones House of Dragon?
Not last night. I didn't watch it last night. I should have, but I watched the first one. I mean, I'll watch the episode today.
Was the first one good?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Okay.
House of the Dragon.
Did most people not like it?
Well,
because I noticed you say I enjoyed the heck out of it. Did most people not?
It took a little bit of a beating, but I mean, out of the 10 million people that watched the first week,
right? That's
so HBO
huge.
HBO was pretty happy with it. Because of the patriarchy and
the patriarchy.
Yeah, it's just so agonizing.
Do they expect the matriarchy from 500 years ago?
Yes.
Is that what they're expecting?
Yes.
It is so
and
ridiculous.
this is what it is. The thing is, that's what
Come
it is.
on.
The thing is that the king, and I don't, it's a spoiler, but the king says it's okay to the queen. He's going to give the kingdom to his daughter, the queen. So she's going to be the powerhouse. This is like 300 years before Game of Thrones.
Oh,
so this is when they still ruled with the dragons, and so they all got mad because the king's wife was pregnant. And they showed how the baby was it's going to be a breech baby. She was having a problem with the pregnancy, and they showed the doc, whatever his title is there for the king, said you're going to have to make an impossible decision. It's either the wife or the baby.
Right.
And the king, not knowing for sure that it was a son, but believing all along that this was a son, wanted a son as an heir for the kingdom. So the king is like, the baby, I love you, baby, but
I'm going to take the baby over the mother.
We're taking the kid, taking the son.
That's the opposite of what I would do.
Well, and that's in today's world, you would do that, right? You would save the wife because you'd have another opportunity either to have a child, either your own or adopt or whatever, but you would be with your wife, right?
Yes, but because he's
the king, and wants the heir to the throne,
he wants the heir.
And while I love the wife, she can go. I can get another one. Right? I love her. I love her and everything, and I'll be devastated and I'll be bummed out that she's dead. But I got to have my son. So everybody wasn't too happy about that. He didn't even talk to her about it. He just didn't even consult. They just held her down and they show him cutting her open. And oh wow, yeah, really? Yeah. Well,
I can see why there'd be some concern there then.
Why? That's how they get the baby out.
I know. Yeah, I could see where that would become a problem.
They didn't even talk to her. He just decided on his own. He didn't talk to her or anything.
Well, that's the way it was at the time.
Plus, she knew. Once the king got down beside her and they started holding her down, she knew time's up. Okay, we're taking the baby. You're done. I love you, bud. Goodbye.
And it killed her.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. She wasn't able to survive.
She did not survive. Yeah, amazing that all the blood loss, she was not surviving that. Yeah,
that's really weird.
So we'll see. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride, and I enjoy the the whole Game of Thrones thing anyway. So we'll see if it keeps up the pace. They had some pretty good violence.
Yeah.
Some good battles.
Oh, it's a big guy show.
It is definitely a big guy show.
It's a big guy show. You got to be about 480 pounds just to watch it.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's true.
Okay,
yes,
good.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought it was. So there's nudity and all that in this? Game of Thrones is like renowned for its nudity, right? I thought you were watching it for the entertainment value.
That's part of the entertainment value.
All right. Speaking of entertainment, over the weekend at the box office, The Invitation was number one, but it only made, let's see, it's $7 million.
Wow.
Yeah, it made $7 million.
Nobody going to the theater.
Whoa, that's a bad weekend for the box office.
Yeah.
Jeez. Number two was Bullet Train, which has been out for several weeks. That's up to $78 million so far.
That's not really that good either, though.
Beast was number three. Wow. These totals are not good.
No,
Beast is about a big lion who attacks
Are you sure?
some visitors to Africa, I guess. Looks really, really stupid.
Pat Gray.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The DOJ released the redacted Mar-a-Lago search affidavit on Friday. And it showed virtually nothing. I mean, it's so meaningless. Everything's redacted.
Yeah.
I mean, entire pages redacted where you don't see a single word on the page. Okay, how does that help? It tells us nothing.
Well,
which we knew was going to be the case anyway.
Trump had some documents.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, he did.
Arrest him right now.
They're sure trying.
I know.
I think they're going to.
I think they are too. Man, do they want the money shot of him in handcuffs?
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do.
Desperately.
They sure do. And I think I think that would be unwise.
I think so too.
Unless they have some pretty powerful evidence against him. Be unwise.
That's a good definition of what it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Unwise.
Yeah.
I don't know that they realize that though.
I think they're open for it. Yeah, I think they're open for it.
Maybe they do.
Yeah. And then they can claim the right is out of control again.
Well,
riots, insurrections, who knows what they'll
MAGA
call it.
Fascists.
Yep. So the released affidavit shed light, supposedly, on new details of the criminal investigation, including the probable cause that warranted the search. The unsealed affidavit revealed that 14 of the 15 boxes retrieved from Trump earlier this year by the National Archives and Record Administration contained 184 documents with classification markings. Of those documents, 67 were marked as confidential, 92 were marked as secret, and 25 documents were marked top secret.
Okay.
Of most significant concern was that highly classified records were unfolded, intermixed with other records, and otherwise improperly identified. The DOJ also said that there is probable cause to believe that additional documents that contain classified NDI, National Defense Information, or that are presidential records subject to record retention requirements currently remain at the premises. So they didn't take it all? The DOJ added that there is probable cause to believe that evidence of obstruction will be found at Mar-a-Lago. A DOJ affidavit said that the FBI believed that Trump's storage room, residential suite, Pine Hall, the 45 office, and other spaces potentially held national defense information. And what's he going to do with them?
Potentially.
Yeah,
potentially. I thought most of those records were all put in that separate room, right? That was at the Pine Hall or whatever.
That's what I thought.
It was.
And it wasn't the Trump people that put them there. It was the archive people that put them there. Prior to releasing the affidavit, the DOJ also released a 14-page document explaining the reasoning for why releasing the affidavit without redactions would harm the investigation and could jeopardize the safety of witnesses and agents involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The materials the government marked for redaction must remain sealed to protect the safety and privacy of a significant number of civilian witnesses, in addition to law enforcement personnel, as well as to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation and to avoid disclosure of grand jury material in violation of the federal rules of criminal procedure. Man, you wouldn't want to mess with the integrity of the FBI, would you? Oh, man. When they are so above reproach, you just don't want to get into any kind of question about the FBI and their integrity. It's sacrosanct. It also notes that the federal judge found that disclosure of the affidavit would likely result in witnesses being quickly and broadly identified over social media and other communication channels, which could lead to them being harassed and intimidated.
Oh, no.
You don't want that.
No, you don't.
You don't want that.
No, you're not. I mean,
you only want that for Republicans. Those are the only ones you want that for.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trump and his team, it's fine for them to be harassed and intimidated. And Supreme Court justices, you can have them harassed and intimidated.
Oh, and Congress people.
And Congress people. Yeah.
Those nasty MAGA Republicans.
Right. Or anybody who's ever said a nice word about a MAGA Republican. They can be harassed in public as well. At dinners, sporting events, wherever you see them. You know, it's fine. They can be harassed and intimidated. It's agonizing. DOJ added that the court found the affidavit contains matters of significant public concern and concluded that the present record does not justify keeping the entire affidavit under seal. The previously unsealed search warrant and inventory revealed the FBI removed around 20 boxes, including 11 sets of classified information from the Trump property, including some marked as top secret.
Okay, this is really kind
It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's everything we already knew.
And on top of which, I mean, he's the president. I was a former president of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so?
No one is above the law.
Are you working for Potter
Are you
now?
working for Potter now? You say, what are you? You're screwy. That's what you are.
I mean, I realized that the archivist wasn't
That's
able
what they're gonna say to
wasn't
you,
able
though.
to document, the Post-it note that Trump wrote on. I got it.
Yeah. But that's what they're going to tell you. No one's above the law. And should they have done this? No way. But they're gonna scream, nobody's above the law. Yeah, I know that. But when has this ever happened to any president ever? And are you saying Trump is the only one who's ever had documents after he left? How many documents were turned over to Obama after he left office in Chicago? Thousands and thousands of boxes worth. I mean, he had 8 years worth of documents delivered to Chicago when he was done. Oh, yeah, but that was that's a warehouse facility. That's not just his residence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, or does that matter? He can still go there and sell them to others who may or may not be our friends. Do they really believe? Do they want us to believe or expect us to believe somehow that Donald Trump was going to sell secrets to Russia or anybody else?
That's what they expect.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's what they want us to believe.
Yes.
That he was a danger and like some secret agent who's going to be selling documents.
Yes.
So asinine.
Yes.
There's just no way that was ever even a consideration.
I mean, I don't know if you realize what MAGA stands for.
Make America great again.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
right.
realize. I guess I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that would lead one to believe that he's not selling secrets
Yeah. Wouldn't it, though?
to other countries. Now, I know we're busy dealing with Iran right now. We're getting ready to, wheel and deal with Iran and give them some secrets. And we aren't even talking to Israel at all about it. We're just letting that slide. Screw you. Don't worry about it.
That's what Democrats do.
But heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. And there's no way. No one. They can't honestly believe that Donald Trump is selling. He's sneaking off to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, no way. Well, that's why he joined the golf tour, the Saudi golf tour.
Right.
Yeah, so he could be in with the Saudis.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then find somebody he could sell documents to.
Well, you saw
I
their
guess.
briefcases could have changed hands.
I mean, really?
I know.
So he's in the Live Golf Tournament so that he can sell secrets to the Saudis that he had in his basement in Mar-a-Lago. All right. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You got it. No one is above the law. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, it's ugly.
It's horrible.
And this president
is going to be a nightmare.
I watched so many things with this president over the weekend that made me so I'm tired of being angry.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
So I tried to stay away from him yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just agonizing. This guy is.
You're talking Biden now?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because
wait, you're angry with Joe Biden, with the guy who's uniting us?
The unity that he's bringing
to
the country.
The unification of unity has really been unifying.
Overwhelming. Overwhelming to me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Overwhelming.
I wake up and I weep with unity almost every day. unifyingly weep.
With the unification.
Yes, over the unification.
It's the unification
of
weeping.
America. That's how unifying it's all been.
I was so tired of being angry.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I know.
Not just at him, but for sure he is a big part of it. But I'm just tired of being angry.
He's a huge part of it.
He sure is.
He's pathetic. His spokesperson is pathetic. KJP was trying to make out as if MAGA people are fascists.
Well, that's what Trump said, right? I mean, you know what it means. That's what he was calling them the other night there in Maryland.
And here's what Karine Jean-Pierre had to say.
On this semi-fascism comment, is this something we're going to hear more of, that phrase? Is it something the president's going to kind of embrace? Or is there any sense that it was a little impromptu and it's going to turn into a kind of basket of deplorables thing that he regrets and tries to be quiet about?
I was very clear when laying out and defining what MAGA Republicans have done, and you look at the definition of fascism and you think about what they're doing in attacking our democracy, what they're doing in taking away our freedoms.
Pause it for a second. How are they attacking our democracy? How? Why don't you give some specifics here that you've got in your mind? Because when you look at fascism, you can't help but think of the MAGA people, right? When you look at the definition, I hate that this "when you look" thing is such a crutch for them now. When you look at the definition of fascism, what you see is it has nothing to do with MAGA Republicans.
When you look.
Yeah, and I want you to look. Go look at the definition of fascism and see how it applies to MAGA Republicans. It doesn't.
Let's take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and take a look.
When you look.
Let's take a look at
fascism. Go ahead and look. When you look, Jeffy, what do you see? When you look at the definition of fascism.
Let's take a look at fascism. Definition.
All right.
Of fascism.
Yeah.
Political ideology and mass movement that dominated many parts. We know what dominated many parts of Central, Southern, Eastern Europe between 45 and national fascism. This is Britannica on and on. What does the word fascism come from?
Well, when you look at the definition, then you can't help but see, I'm sure, MAGA Republicans all over it.
Brief summary of the topic. I don't want that. I just want the definition.
Fascism definition and meaning.
Okay, a political philosophy, movement, or regime, such as that of the fascisti, that exalts nation and often face above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government.
Wow, that's
headed
the
by
opposite
a dictatorial leader
of MAGA. It stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader. The exact opposite of what Republicans want.
Severe economic and social regimentation and forcible suppression of opposition.
None of it applies.
Where am I seeing
So
that?
when you look at the definition of fascism, you see that it has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Nothing. Absolutely not a single thing to do with him. All right, let's see the rest of what she had to say. So agonizing.
Wanting to take away our rights, our voting rights. I mean, that is what that is.
Pause it again.
It is very clear.
You just can't get through a sentence with these people because they're such lying sacks of crap. Wanting to take away our voting rights? Where have they done that? Name one place where Republicans have taken away voting rights. They haven't. They've taken away voting rights in no location.
I mean,
so
can you vote in every state in the United States of America?
You can.
I don't think you can.
Yes, no matter whether you're black, white, brown, purple, green, whatever, you can vote in America. And not only that, they extended the times when you can actually vote in Georgia and Texas And what did they do? I think we shortened the time on Sundays or something. I think in Texas we shortened the time on Sundays.
You bastards!
Brought it back from 8 till I think 5.
Can't even.
But we opened up more days, okay, and longer hours on the other days.
I can't even get out of church and go vote by 5 on a Sunday.
God, I can't take it. It's just they're just such liars. And again, let's look at his home state, Delaware. 0 early voting. None. You can't early vote. Huh. So who's the fascist here? Is it Texas? Is it MAGA? Is it the state of Georgia? Or is it maybe Delaware where you can vote one day? Huh, that's weird.
What are the odds you get through this?
Her babbling here? 0. I think pretty close to 0.
We're almost at the end of the hour. Let's give it a shot.
All right, let's see.
It is very clear, and that's why he made that powerful speech that you heard from him last night. And he has not shied away from saying that. You have heard him maybe not use that specific word, but you have heard him certainly use that definition. And look.
I'm going to lie again.
Before the American people is a choice, right?
It's a choice.
And it is clear. There's a clear contrast as what is happening on that side of the aisle and what's happening on our side with congressional Democrats and what we have been delivering for the American people.
I can't. No, I can't.
And we're going to continue to fight.
Right. Stop. The worst.
She is the worst.
Really bad. Really bad. And what happened to uniting this country? Wow. He is the exact opposite.
Exact opposite.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Great to have you with us. Monday. And what a great Monday it is.
Absolutely it is.
Been a great Monday so far.
It sure has. It's been wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah,
wonderful.
It really has.
You were
in every way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You were mentioning the House of the Dragon last night, which I missed on HBO because I was busy, missing the VMAs.
Oh, yeah, me too. I missed that. Dang it.
I mean,
so the Video Music Awards from MTV. Do they still have video music on music videos on MTV?
Not that I'm aware of, but
I don't think so either.
I looked at their TV schedule and I see, Catfish, the TV show, all morning this morning. In fact,
in the morning time?
Catfish, the TV show, goes on until 3 p.m., 4 p.m. this afternoon.
What? Catfish the TV show. Goes on all day.
That's what it's called. That must be just because it's Haley and Brittany, Oceans and Nelly, Tom, and that must be just the title of the show with new hosts.
So, what about tonight? Do they have music videos on tonight?
Maybe they have. Maybe those are videos on those shows. I don't know. But the rest of the schedule is different hosts under the title of ridiculousness. Chanel and Sterling, Nick Swisher, Chanel and Sterling. I mean, I guess those...
They don't have... I don't think they do music
unless
videos.
These people are hosting videos on during these shows.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But the video of the year went to Doja Cat, Woman.
This is awesome.
Kemosabe Records, which I love. Drake featuring Future and Young Thug, Way Too Sexy. Okay. Then you had Ed Sheeran, Shivers. Okay, these were the nominees, of course.
Right.
Harry Styles, As It Was. Lil Nas X, Jack Harlow, Industry Baby. Olivia Rodrigo, Brutal. And Taylor Swift, All Too Well. Taylor Swift was the winner. All Too Well, the 10-minute version, which I can't get enough of.
That won multiple awards last night.
Artist of the Year went to Bad Bunny over Drake, Ed Sheeran, Harry Styles, Jack Harlow, Lil Nas X, and Lizzo. Song of the year, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever.
Awesome.
Then we've got Best New Artist went to Dove Cameron. No idea who that is. Push Performance of the Year. What is the Push Performance of the Year?
Just an award.
Okay.
That they give out.
It went to 17 Rock With You. Is that the old Michael Jackson song? Redone?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to say yes,
Absolutely.
too. Yes. Yes, it is. Best Collaboration, Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. Best Pop Song went to Harry Styles, As It Was. Okay.
And then Lizzo won an award. And she was, I guess she performed as well, which I don't have to go back and watch it because I love the Lizzo performances.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see, and Johnny Depp showed up. He did not present an award, though. They just brought him in his spacesuit. I mean, you see the video where they just brought him in as Moon Man or whatever, and he just drops down onto stage saying, I needed the work. It was just, okay, thanks.
Right.
I mean, why did
They go crazy for him, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the Lizzo video of her when she won her, I forget what stupid award she won, that she didn't even know what it was for. Because she says in there, music, she won the Music Video for Good award. And she didn't even know what it was.
Really?
And then she went on to make sure that you need, because you're losing your rights, so you need to vote in this country.
Yeah, you're losing your rights to kill children. Dang it, I hate that. I hate when we lose that right, don't you?
Do we not?
Don't you hate that?
I don't know what Music Video for Good means, but I do know what your vote means, and that's a lot. Your vote means everything to me.
Yeah, get off the stage.
It means everything
Shut
to
up.
making a change in this country.
Oh, shut up. We just did make a change in this
So
country.
remember, when you're voting for your favorite artist, vote to change some of these laws that are oppressing us.
Like what?
She doesn't give.
She has no idea.
Any examples.
Yeah, it wasn't a law, Puddin'. Okay,
He doesn't
it was a
give any
Supreme Court
example.
ruling. It's not a law. What a dumbass. You shouldn't be allowed to get up there and start babbling nonsense. Why is it that you can't say misleading things on Twitter, but you can get up on national television and say anything you want about anything you want? It's ridiculous. Ugh, it's agonizing. Ugh.
There's Johnny. There's Johnny just coming in his spacesuit.
There he is.
Down.
No, that's
I need the work.
great.
I need the work. Well, I get
Dumb.
it. It was kind of funny.
Kind of not. Kind of not.
Kind of funny.
Sort of not.
But I mean, at least have him present an award.
Yeah, something.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Something.
Anyway.
Best rock video nominations were Foo Fighters, Jack White, Muse. Used to like me some Muse. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Shine Down, and 3 Days Grace. Red Hot Chili Peppers actually won it. Wow. How about that? And then, so then you got a zillion other, but on and on and on and on. Long form video, direction, visual effects.
Be interesting to
Nobody cares.
see the numbers on this show, because I bet it's not
down.
good.
Yeah.
Because they've been way down.
Like
for
17.
A long time.
I think the number was 17 people watched it
That would
last night.
surprise me.
17 people.
And they'll probably say, "Oh no, it was 25 because we added the streaming that Bill did on
Right,
his
okay.
YouTube
All right, I'll give you
channel."
that. You got 25 total people watching that thing.
Very
last night.
possible that happened.
888-900-3393. We've got NASA releasing the audio of a black hole.
Oh yeah, yeah. They released some audio of a black hole. Now it was, it's audio of the black hole
Enhanced or tweaked or something.
Yeah, but I mean the world certainly loved it, and it makes the sounds of hell.
Let's hear. Okay. Sounds of a black hole.
Yes.
Is this the nearest black hole to us? Or just any random?
Just a random black
hole.
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
random black hole.
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah. It's just
Sounds of a black hole.
right. And I know it's the misconception, Pat. I don't know if you know this, is that there's no sound in space. All right, because space originates because most space is a vacuum, providing no way for sound waves to travel. But a galaxy cluster has so much gas that we've picked up actual sound. What you just heard is amplified and mixed with other data.
Yeah, okay. Amplified and mixed with other data.
To hear the black hole.
Good, okay.
So,
well, that's bogus then.
Right.
That's not really the sound of a
always
black
is.
hole.
I mean, it might sound different. To play the black hole along with your Star Trek music, you might actually be worth something.
Maybe.
I play that black hole sound. Or not.
You got to bring down the music a little bit so we can hear the black hole.
The mix isn't right.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, yeah.
All right, there you go.
We mixed it with other data.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There it is. There it is.
Sounds of hell.
Also, in about 20 minutes, the launch window opens.
Are we launching? Because I thought you said that they were having some kind of issue.
No, that was over the weekend. They had some hydrogen leak. And so I think they fixed
this morning.
it.
Oh, okay, good.
I think they fixed it.
Good.
And so hopefully they're going to go. But you never know. I mean, the slightest little thing can stop the launch, as we all know.
Absolutely. Oh, no. A bird just flew by.
Can't do it.
Shut it down.
Can't do it.
Shut it down.
Well, if a bird gets sucked into the engine, you know what happens. It's not good.
Really.
It's not
good for the bird.
It is not good for the bird, and it's not good for the engine or the vehicle the engine is propelling. So that's not good.
If a bird could bring down Artemis 1,
I know.
I'm sorry.
We're not ready yet. We're not ready for space exploration.
We are
if
not.
A bird can bring the thing down.
I doubt that can't be true, but it's got to be pretty close. I mean, it is pretty close.
I'll bet you it is.
And they've got storms. You know, like I said earlier, there's storms all around Florida. So let's get this thing going. Let's bump up the countdown. Let's go.
All right.
Get
Also,
Bill Nelson on the phone.
On the last, Bill Maher. What is the name of his show?
Yeah, Real Time.
Real Time with Bill Maher
on HBO. Yeah,
which is on Fridays. I'm guessing. I don't know because I don't watch it.
You can watch it anytime. Pat. It's on demand on HBO. All you have to do is be a subscriber to HBO.
Never demand it. I do have HBO. I just
there you go.
Never demand it. That's
it's right
the
there.
thing.
Well, you search for it then.
I should though because the guy is changing. I don't care what people say. Bill Maher is starting to become so disgusted with the Democrats and the left in this country that even he can't go down the road with them. He's like, wait, I'm going to stop at this point in the road. You guys just keep going if you want. I'm going to hang back here with these people.
I feel like that's exactly what's happening.
That's what's happening exactly because he can't go there. And here he is again. Check this out, making some sense.
Now, there were two clips, right?
Were there?
I think there were two clips that...
Let me see. All right, so Bill Maher.
Yeah, the pro-choice, the pro-lifers, and the conspiracy to bury the Hunter Biden laptop.
Yeah, first of all, let's play the first one you mentioned.
Pro-choice.
Yeah, the pro-choice thing.
Because he's with... he has a couple of great... That's... Under the Sots, Bill Maher, I'm pro-choice. Because he has...
but pro-lifers aren't sexist.
Because he has Amy Klobuchar on and Meathead, Rob Reiner.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, two extreme radicals.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's see this. This is amazing.
The other big thing that's going to provide wind at the back of the Democratic sails is this abortion issue. I mean, the Supreme Court did you politically a big favor because for a while people were, oh, I don't know, is this really going to get people out to the polls? We have enough evidence now with these special elections and the polling. We see, and you know who really is up in arms about this that we didn't think was going to be? Dads. Mm-hmm. Now, here's my theory. American parents spoiled their kids so rotten that they created this cadre of monster children. And people don't want them. So the idea that you would
I think you're on to something, Bill.
I do too.
I think you're on to something.
I do too. The fact that you take away my abortion rights, no, I do not want children. I do not want them around me. I mean, I felt like this always. But now America does.
Okay. Just a little different take on it.
I would hope so.
I just see it more simply that basically the women of America and the men who stand with them don't believe that politicians should be telling them what to do with their bodies, should be telling them what to do. That's what this is. And that we don't want to have a patchwork of laws so that a 10-year-old girl who is raped in Ohio has to be taken to another state to get an abortion.
Pause it. Have you been paying attention to the news, Amy? That is so ridiculous that she's going back to the 10-year-old in Ohio. Yeah. The story that is completely upside down now, really.
Yeah.
A story where she didn't have to go to another state. She didn't have to. Ohio would have obliged her. It also is a story that has some other interesting details, like the illegal alien who lived with the illegal alien mom, and she's impregnated as well as her 10-year-old daughter, and she's defending the rapist of her 10-year-old daughter.
Still, sidebar. No.
Yeah, just a little detail there that Amy apparently isn't aware of, doesn't care about.
No, doesn't care about.
All right, let's see the rest of this.
So when those people in Kansas, there used to be that book, What's the Matter with Kansas? Now my answer is nothing. Nothing's the matter with Kansas because they turned out more people voted on the side of reproductive freedom than voted at all in the last Kansas midterm. And they voted that way because they wanted to stand up for freedom, and you've got the fact that
they wanted to kill children.
Of laws across
That's
this country.
why I'm so proud of them.
So we're okay with that patchwork of law, though.
Women in North Dakota have different rights than women in Florida.
Right.
So this is a huge issue. And you and I discussed it when I was on the show last October, and you kind of didn't agree with me that it would be an issue. I think it is freedom.
Shut up.
I'm certainly pro-choice.
Man,
what I'm saying,
listen to this.
I'm more pro-choice than you could imagine. I don't think life is always precious. Most people don't think that. What I'm saying is you shouldn't say to the other side, you people hate women. They don't hate women. They just think it's murder. And if you think it's murder, then you can't go, well, except for people with a vagina, they can commit murder. I don't think it's murder, but they legitimately do.
And thank you.
And who are they?
Wow.
Who are they? These
pro-life people.
Yeah, but there are pro-life people that have the view.
Okay, I can't listen to them. But the point is, Bill Maher giving us that important point. We could get along a lot better if they would just understand that simple principle that, look, we believe it's murder. So, what do you want us to do? You want us to say, okay, you're right.
Except for you people with a vagina. That's not murder then.
Or it's okay for you're not going to kill somebody, but you're not going to ask somebody else to kill somebody. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Right? If it's murder, it's murder. And that's an amazing admission from Bill Maher. I mean, wow. I'll take it. I'll take it. Even though he's still pro-choice, I'll take it. If you're a dog owner, you know that taking care of your pet means more than just giving him food and water. The dog is part of your family, and your dog's health and happiness is really important to you. Been telling you for a while now about how Rough Greens changed my dog's life. For the better, because she is so much more active again, like she was when she was a puppy. Running and grabbing her dog toys and bringing them to you as soon as you walk in the door and wanting to play, and running around the house as fast as she possibly can. For a long time, she wasn't doing that stuff. she's doing it again because of Rough Greens. It's a supplement that you sprinkle on top of whatever you feed your dog, and it's full of all sorts of vitamins and minerals and probiotics, antioxidants. And she loves it. She won't eat her food without it. If you want to try it out for your dog, then Rough Greens wants to be sure that your dog is going to like this. They don't want you to waste your money. So they're going to send you a free bag, just a small bag for your dog to try out for a day or two. All you have to do is pay the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com or call 833-ROUGH-DOG. That's 833-783-3364. Roughgreens.com or 833-783-3364. Welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So, looks like Harrison Ford's in a bit of hot water.
It is, isn't
with
it
the
fun?
global warmists.
Yes, it is. You know, remember when he talked about how it's hard for him to tell his children that everything is all right because of floods, fires, famine, plagues.
Yeah.
Right? And he feels the frustration of climate change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, they're a little mad at him because his multi-million-dollar Cessna Citation Sovereign has made at least 8 trips stretching 5,284 miles, emitting about 35 metric tons of carbon dioxide in less than 2 months. You bastard, Harrison Ford. So, I mean, they're starting to eat their own.
Yeah.
Is all. I mean, that's what's happening, right? I mean, you have they have the jet app. They follow all the jets, and now all these people who were, are still preaching their climate change and the world is going to hell.
I love it.
That all, what for you though? Not for me.
Right. Oh,
Not
yeah.
for me.
For us little people.
Not for me.
We shouldn't be taking private planes.
I've got to go to the.
But he's important. His time is,
Right.
It's imperative for him to get from place to place.
I mean,
plus, he shouldn't have to deal with little people who want to take pictures with him and things.
Exactly how he feels. I mean, in the last 2 months, he's frequently traveled to and from Los Angeles, from Hawthorne, from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Idaho Falls. And, the other thing is, and they reached out to his representative, and, of course, the representative wasn't available for comment.
Oh, okay.
But you look at Spielberg, they're after him, and he's on their side, purportedly. But they're after him for spending all this money on jet fuel, and what's his face, DiCaprio has been traveling on his private jet. They're tracking him flying all over the world. But he's,
Oh, and DiCaprio's the biggest loudmouth of them all on climate change. Jeez. But, again, those rules don't apply to him.
Nope. I mean, John Kerry's another one.
Who?
John Kerry.
Okay, yes.
Our climate czar or whatever his title is for this administration.
I'm not going to apologize for taking my private plane when I need to take it. And if they believe the things they purport to believe, there's no way they'd be taking private jets.
Right.
There's no
That's
way.
the thing.
If you think we're just at the brink of total collapse as far as the climate in this on this planet, there's no way you're taking private jets.
Let's quote Harrison Ford. By preserving just a small fraction of these wetlands, tropical forests, and mangroves, we can protect our wildlife, our air, water, food, jobs, and climate. Hello, I'm Harrison Ford.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and hop on my plane now.
Yeah.
Fly back to.
Well, I'm important. And if I take a regular commercial jet and fly first class, people will bother me. And I don't want little people bothering me, okay? I'm above that. I can't have that, all right? You little people nauseate me, and I can't abide it. And so I'm not going to.
No, you won't. And look, I'm happy for them. They're able to fly private. If I could, I would.
Look, I don't believe what they believe. If I had a private jet, I'd fly it all over the freaking world.
Absolutely.
But
and
that's
I
not
wouldn't
the
apologize
issue.
for it.
Right. It's these people who are telling us not to do certain things, and then they can do whatever they want. Right. No, I'm sorry. That time has come to an end. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Making the apocalypse fun since 2017. It's Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze.
They're almost certainly going to scrap the launch today of Artemis 1.
It sure is sounding like it.
Looks like they have a hydrogen leak, and you can't blast off with a hydrogen leak.
Plus,
but there's also clouds. They weren't counting on clouds.
The report we just heard from the guy that's there broadcasting from the NASA studios. Yeah, it's almost for sure going to be a scrub. The engineers are looking at everything, and with the clouds, and with the cumulus cloud ticks around, it's definitely going to be a scrub. That freaking clouds! Come on!
Yeah, we can't.
That's embarrassing.
Well, you can't fly through clouds.
That's what you can. You can. We do it every day.
Yeah, every day, all day, as a matter of fact. But the carefully scripted fueling procedure is required to load 196,000 gallons of liquid oxygen, 537,000 gallons of hydrogen. Another 22,000 gallons of oxygen and hydrogen are required for the upper stage, for a total of 750,000 gallons of propellant. So anytime any of that leaks, you're going to have a scrub.
It's an issue?
Yeah, it's an issue. Yes. Yes. The thing is, I wanted to be cautious, but this isn't manned. I don't want to lose the rocket, but this isn't manned.
Well, do you want to lose? Now you're saying you don't care about the mannequins?
No, I don't care about the mannequins. I am saying that. Yeah, I don't care about the mannequins.
Okay.
We could lose them, and I'd be okay with that. So, okay. Is that callous of me?
I think it is.
Is it? Okay.
I feel like it is.
Is it? All right. 888-900-3393. Also, I don't know what's going on in the DFW area, the Metroplex, if you will, with this drag queen situation with children. But they did this in Dallas at a bar a couple of weeks ago. We talked about it. And then over the weekend in Roanoke, which is in the Metroplex.
Right.
They did it again.
Yep. Drag-friendly show at the Anderson Distillery and Grill. So it's a bar that they brought in families, mothers, and dads, and kids.
Kids.
And I know Chris Cruz and Sarah Gonzalez was there, and they posted a bunch of videos. Antifa was there. There's some pictures that they posted, and there were some videos that they've posted of the event. And I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand this huge fascination. I mean,
I don't either.
I'm okay with.
I don't either.
I have zero problem with
drag queens.
Shows,
I don't care what you're doing.
Whatever
a bunch of adults getting together and doing a drag queen thing. We've never talked about that.
No.
Never cared about it. Whatever. Do what you want. You're grown human beings. Do what you want.
Right.
But not with children. Not with children.
I will say, though, in Roanoke, my wife has frequented a few times that there's a Walmart in Roanoke, Texas.
Yes.
That's close to our neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gone there, and a couple times has run into some big drag.
Has she really?
Some big drag people in the store. Yeah.
Oh, I've been there a lot. I've never seen drag queens.
In fact, once she was jealous of. She said, the makeup was beautiful.
Well, some of them, yeah. Some of them are really good. Some of them you almost can't tell. So I don't know.
Do we have
the video of it?
I thought we had some pictures and video of Roanoke, and this is one video from across the street as they have the armed guards. You can see. It's just.
So Antifa had armed guards there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, look at that! Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
For the event. Good times in Roanoke.
Oh yeah, good times.
Good way to spend the afternoon.
That's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Yeah. If those were conservatives
parading
around with AK-47s or AR-15s, there'd be all kinds of hell breaking loose.
Right?
Yeah. And the police would probably intervene.
Right.
Even though there's constitutional carry here, and it's legal to do that.
Well, there was one picture of the parking garage that had the police up on top. So, I mean, they absolutely, were aware. I mean, I'm sure that it's not like they weren't aware of the event.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that Sarah was inside, I believe, shooting some video of inside the event. And I don't know that I sent those videos in. I'm sure you can watch it today on the news and why it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Glenn will even have some of it on, but I know Chris was there taking pictures, and there was one video of a mother with her son giving them the finger across the street and calling them Christian fascists or whatever, and it's just what?
Wow.
I mean, the hatred is
it's amazing,
pretty incredible.
It's not coming from us; it's coming from the other side.
Yeah.
We're Christian fascists.
I think it was something like that. I forget the line.
Because we're concerned about children being at this event. Really? Huh. Wow, okay.
So she was, telling her kid to give him the finger, and then she was screaming
Well, that's beautiful.
She was screaming out of her car as she was driving away and flashed her breasts at them, calling them some kind of weird. It was really weird. Really, really strange. I honestly, I don't understand it.
Man, oh, man.
I honestly, I don't understand it. I can't wrap my head around.
Yeah, there's hatred there, though, on somebody's part.
Yeah.
But it's not the Christian fascists
I don't know.
that are spewing the hatred.
That's what I got out of the video, Christian fascist. That might not have been the exact quote, but it's pretty darn close. And to just let you know that it's officially scrubbed, the launch now. The video that we watched during the bottom of the hour break, where the guy was inside saying, "We're getting reports now that the VIPs have been told go ahead and go home." He was saying that they were getting the VIPs have been told the launch is scrubbed, so you guys might want to get out of here before traffic gets backed up. That's pretty much what they're telling him. Mm-hmm. And now it's officially the VIPs scrubbed. Have left the building, so the rest of us could know that it's been launched.
Was it the hydrogen scrubbed. Leak or the clouds
that either one.
The launch?
I don't know. I mean, it's good. Right. If it was too cloudy, did some guy go up and just go ahead and pull that hose? Oh, hydrogen leak. Can't scrub the launch. Scrub the launch. It wasn't because of the clouds.
No. It was that hydrogen
leak. It was the leak.
Is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, engine issues. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Engine issues. And, yeah, I know. We don't want it to crash. We want it to be beautiful.
No, we don't. But it is unmanned. Let's not forget. So it's not that big a deal, right?
Well,
I mean, it would
is
set
a big
the
deal.
program
We spent
back
billions of dollars on this thing.
And it would set us back a ways.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of equipment and, a lot of other stuff that costs a lot of money.
But if you can't get the unmanned trip to orbit the moon and get back here safely, you certainly can't get the manned trip going. So,
well, we're going to get that going in
just another 2 years. Another 2 years. And bam!
Well, I feel like that's not true. I feel like they said...
no, they're sending 4 astronauts around the moon to orbit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In
they're
2 years.
not landing. Yeah, they're not landing. Right. You're right. Absolutely.
And
then
another year
1 to 2. Right. After that,
a manned
that's where
flight
land.
to land on the moon.
Yes.
So by Artemis 3, though, right? We're supposed to land on the moon.
Yes.
With a manned
right.
mission.
2026 latest.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what they claim now.
And that would only be a mere 54 years after we've already done it time after time after time after time.
And probably how many billions of dollars?
Oh, yeah. It's untold billions.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. What did Chucky Schumer have to say about our student loan debt situation?
Well, he was happy.
He's happy about it?
Oh, man.
No, he's not. He's happy about the student loan debt forgiveness? Huh. What a surprise.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would be, but he is.
Huh. Well, let's hear about it.
amounts of student debt. I always said, with the flick of a pen, he could do it. Well, his pen flicked yesterday, and he did it. He's eased the crushing burden of student loan debt for tens of millions of Americans, and we've got to keep going. It's going to do more good for more people than anything previously done on student debt. Rather than helping the privileged few, it's going to lift up Americans from all walks of life.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Students of color, poor Americans, children of immigrants, working middle-class families like the one I came from will all benefit. In fact, the president's action is going to provide relief to 43 million borrowers and is going to just wipe out the debt altogether of 20 million borrowers. No president or Congress has done more to relieve the burden.
Just wipe it out. It's just gone.
Your great persistence. The life-changing win is yours. For every single one of you who signed petitions, letters, called the president, reached out to policymakers, attended rallies, town halls. This is for you.
Yeah, you know what the latest estimate on this is now? This has been fascinating to watch it go from 250 billion to 350 billion to 500 billion on Friday is what I heard. And then over the weekend, I heard this could be as much as $1 trillion.
Oh, I haven't heard the over trillion. I heard the trillion. I heard him reach 800. I saw the story that had, it might be 800.
Yeah, I saw a story. Well, it might be $1 trillion.
Holy cow.
But it's worth it. Don't worry about it. It's worth it.
The good thing is we don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to know.
No, you don't want to know. Why would you want to know before you actually do it? Let's just do it and see what happens. You want to? You want to? Yeah, let's just do it and see what happens.
That's exactly what they did, though.
That's what they're doing. They're just doing it, and let's see what happens.
Because he's been
in the middle of a recession.
All his people have told him that's probably not a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it.
Well, the Fed told him it's not a good idea. Don't do this. You don't want to do this right now. Especially right now, you don't want to do it. Did it anyway. I'm going to do it and see what happens.
Let's do it and see what happens. I mean, it's incredible.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. And we're going to pay a heavy price for it.
Man. And
a really heavy price.
I know that we saw him the other night do his little gathering, and he was with the crowd of people, and they were shaking hands and hugging on each other without masks. And I didn't want to. We talked about not hearing about COVID anymore. But then when he left for his, I don't know if his weekend getaway, wherever he goes,
Delaware,
do whatever he does. They show him
walking around without a mask, with
alone.
A mask. Yeah, with a mask on,
in the middle of the yard.
Let's see.
Heading from the helicopter to the car. Okay. Look how it just looks spry.
I can't hardly lift my feet off the ground.
But
hi, everybody.
With the mask, why?
I'm gonna shake somebody.
I guess if he wants to wear it, he can wear it. No one else is wearing it.
No, they're not.
Nobody else.
Nope, they're not. Did he have some senior moments of the week too?
He did, which I thought you would enjoy. We played a number of. I think we played them all actually last week, but it's good to remind you just how great he is.
Well, good afternoon. Our approach is why America's economic cumulative deficit. I can pay for the programs. Will we be a nation? A million people died.
100 million people died. A billion, trillion, jillion people died. Wow. What was that word he uttered? That was something else. Let's see that one more time. Just a little refresher on how spry our president is.
Well, good afternoon. Our approach is why America's economic cumulative deficit.
Cumulative deficit, sir.
I can pay for the programs.
That's not.
Will we be a nation? A million people died.
A billion, trillion, jillion people died. Is he talking about COVID? He must be, right?
Yeah, he must be.
Yeah. Must have gotten to the... he almost said 100 people. Or was he going to say 100 million people died?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll bet he was, because he got himself. 1 million people died. He was going to say 100 million people died.
Yeah.
Because he can't. He just can't. He can't do numbers. He cannot do numbers.
I mean,
it's impossible for him.
It's getting bad when he can't even realize. All right. I mean, he's
terrible. He's out to lunch.
Terrible.
He's not coming home for dinner. What is the mom tackling sons about?
That actually is just something that was fun for me to watch, and I thought you would enjoy it because it's football season.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I mean, I see the local high school close to me out practicing every day.
Yeah.
Apparently, their new indoor facility isn't finished yet.
Oh, dang it!
So they have to practice outside still, Pat.
Oh, they shouldn't have to do that.
I am so bummed.
A high school team that has to practice outside.
I know.
That's just wrong.
I cannot believe they are building this humongous indoor practice facility.
I'd like to know which school that is.
It is incredible.
Really?
It's amazing. But I feel bad for them driving by and seeing them out on the practice field that they had before that's outside.
Yeah. That's not good.
It's not.
No.
You can't expect a team to practice outside.
Not in August.
I mean, personally, I'm
Texas.
okay with it. Because I think every stadium should have a roof, but that's another story. But it's high school, and this town in Illinois, I think. I don't remember where it was. Had the moms dress up and tackle their sons as a little bit for the team.
Isn't that adorable?
And it is adorable.
Isn't that adorable?
I don't know that I like
it
the
is.
tone.
No, it's adorable.
Okay.
All right, let's see it. Whoa.
Well, knocking him down. The last.
She really hit it.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. Oh!
Wow, she rocked him.
Yeah, she rocked him. Well, the last one is my favorite. I don't think it's this one. Maybe there's a big lineman. No, this one. He just takes the hit. The big lineman, though. Hilarious.
Here she comes. Boom!
The kid doesn't even help her up. The lineman doesn't even help her up. That last one was awesome.
That's great. That's great. The first 2 or 3 moms, though.
I know.
Really hit him hard. That's kind of impressive.
with the loose fitting pads and the loose helmet and stuff. I know that's tough.
Yeah. Wow.
And the kid's just sitting there, standing there taking it.
Yeah.
I mean,
where was that? Illinois?
Yeah.
You can't do that in Texas.
Yeah, Peoria, Illinois. Yeah.
Sons are too big here. The football players are too big. You don't want to mess with them.
Right. Plus, moms are like, I have my Starbucks.
Right. No, I might break a nail.
They're still practicing outside? No. I don't have time for that.
But high school football has not started yet here, and it has in some other states.
I know.
They're already 2-3 weeks into the season in Utah right now, but we haven't even started in Texas.
I know.
So
I know. I've been watching them practice. I mean, it's disappointing they're out there because they have to practice on the same field with the track and field people. And the
that's
band,
wrong.
And the band.
And not the band. No.
Yeah, the
really?
band is out there on the parking lot and close to the field and stuff. It's just embarrassing.
You can't have that.
I'm embarrassed for them.
They need an $80 million stadium where they're all separate.
It's got to be. I keep meaning to look up how much. I have no idea what they spent on this project, but I guarantee.
But an indoor practice facility.
I guarantee
for a high school team. That's amazing.
I guarantee you, it was not cheap.
No, those never are. Those never are. I don't think it was that long ago when BYU got their indoor practice field.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, Cincinnati Bengals are building their first one.
Oh, you're kidding.
They're the NFL team.
Wow. I mean, that shows you, though, how important high school football is in the state. It's almost to religious fervor. It really is.
No doubt about
We
that.
love our high school football here.
Images of new high school indoor practice facility. Bad boy.
And as we look at that, speaking of football, let's take a look at Aaron Rodgers speaking with Joe Rogan.
So he's on Joe Rogan, and he said a couple of fascinating things. This particular clip is where he's talking about COVID and not being vaccinated and what happened to him and the season.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Really fascinating.
They didn't give a you want to play football? Take this thing. And I want you to do it publicly so that I can get more money out of those other people that are thinking about it and they're on the fence.
Yeah, and then we're going to virtue signal to say, look how righteous our league is. We have 95% compliance with the vaccine.
Compliance.
And if you don't, we're going to send a stooge to your team to show you graphs of your vaccination percentage of your team compared to the rest of the league, which actually happened.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the stooge like?
Oh, I mopped the floor with him.
Did you?
Yeah. See, again, that's why people are like, no one knew your vaccination status. You lied to your teammates. No. Day 3 of training camp, they sent this stooge in, and he showed these slides about what your vaccination percentage was in your team, where you compare to the rest of the league. And I started asking him questions about liability. Oh, I'm not a lawyer. Okay, cool. But you're in here talking about all these different things, and you don't talk about anybody's personal health issues. There's 0 exemptions. You took out religious exemptions. You took out PEG exemptions. You took out anybody's ability to have an opinion. No, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only going to affect your day-to-day status on the team, but your ability to get a job, your ability to keep a job, your ability to get a tryout if you get cut from this team. Because you want to put a percentage above 90% of your team where you guys can have some sort of like special virtue. Like, look how amazing we are. We're above the 90% threshold here.
And then
they scared teams and said, if you had an outbreak caused by a non-vaccinated player, you not only forfeit that game if you had enough players out, but you wouldn't get paid for that week.
Wow.
And here I am showing up to training camp, Joe, the first day, and we got 5 people who work for the organization out with COVID, all fully vaxxed.
Huh.
And I got COVID from a fully vaxxed individual who only got vaxxed to keep his potential of being a part of the NFL.
Wow. It's pretty open about it.
He sure is.
For a guy who's still on the team.
He sure is. Still in the league.
Yeah, still in the league, still with the Packers, and still presumably
Just signed a new deal.
Yeah. He's wow. You're putting a lot on the line.
No doubt.
Sure, he's made plenty of money, and he could be okay if he got cut loose. But
really?
Yeah, I think once you made $40 million a year for several years,
should be okay.
You should be okay. Yeah, you should be.
You hope.
You would hope. But interesting that he's that open about it, and apparently doesn't care what anybody thinks about it. Good for him. Interesting. All right. We've got overtime coming up here in just a few minutes, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow on Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.